Hey y'all, it's your girl ShesLoc'd and I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to show you guys how I interlock, and our guest star is my daughter. I started her locks a little over a year ago, her micro locks, and I maintenance her locks every 2 months. So I go ahead and interlock her locks every 2 months. I really could stretch it out to 3, but I feel like 2 months is that sweet spot. So I just want to show you guys how to interlock, because I feel like someone out there wants to interlock but don't really know how to. So this is kind of a video on how to interlock. So first I like to go in by cleaning her parts, and then I go in with this tool. It's called the interlocking tool. You could get it at your hair store or Amazon. And then I do the 2-point rotation, meaning I go in 2 different rotations. There's a 3-point and there's a 4-point, but I like the 2-point because it's looser than the 3 or 4-point. The 4-point is the tightest, and what I do first is go top to bottom and then right to left. But also there's a trick to interlocking, because you can cause holes in your lock if you interlock the same direction. So let's say that you left off going like top to bottom, and then you go back and go top to bottom again. That can cause a hole. It's not the end of the world if you cause a hole in your locks, because that's fixable. But if I ended with going top to bottom, then I have to start again by going right to left. And when it comes to a 2-point rotation, you don't have to go top to bottom first. If you're like just starting off, you just have to make sure you remember where you left off. And there's a pattern in your locks when you are doing, when you're interlocking. It's like a Y-shaped pattern, and when you go back interlocking, you see it and you just go the opposite way. And if this is not making sense, I am so sorry. And I do have some shorts on my channel that are more detailed, because the camera is kind of far, so all you see is that I'm interlocking, but you don't see the details. So I do hope I am explaining it correctly. But yes, there's a pattern in your hair when you interlock. So I'm doing a 2-point rotation, so there's like a Y, and then I go the opposite of the Y. So sometimes the Y is like from top to bottom, and then I would go from right to left. But if you do have more questions about that, you could definitely leave it in the comment section below. But I hope that does help. So some locticians use the tool that I'm using, which is the interlocking tool, and some locticians like the crochet hook. I personally really love this tool. It's small and it's easier and faster for me to interlock with this tool. The crochet hook, I'm not used to it, so it'd be more work for me, honestly, but I love this tool. So the pros of interlocking is you do get to see your hair growth. Like when I interlock my daughter's hair or a client's hair, I can see their growth and how fast or slow their hair is growing, because you are basically putting a knot in your root. So like you're not retwisting, because retwist does not stay. It unravels once moisture hits it. But when it comes to interlocking, it does stay, which is the second pro, is that your interlock will last long. You could go swimming, you can wet your hair, you can whatever you want to do, your interlock is going to stay, especially the more that you do it. Like I'll say it might unravel the first or second time when you first get your locks, but at least the 3rd, 4th time is going to stay for sure. Also, when you get your locks interlocked, you can go, like sometimes when you get retwist, some people they go every 4 weeks, but with interlocking you can stretch it out, because like I said, we're just working with your new growth. So depending on how fast your hair grows is how often you need to come back. And usually my clients come back every 2 months, and they could stretch it to 3-4 months. It just depends. But interlocking does have its cons as well. Like I said earlier, you can cause holes in your locks if you're not doing it correctly, if you're doing it at home. But thank you so much for watching this video. Any questions that you have, concerns, or anything that you want to say, you can drop it down in the comment section below.